This was a moment I knew that if I answered this well and I told a story and made the lesson memorable, I can change this young man's life. Here during this Q&A, one of my students asked me a very deep and meaningful question.
I have a question about your entrepreneurial journey. There's a saying, it's kind of got a biblical context to it. What gets you out of Egypt doesn't take you to paradise. Meaning sometimes you might need to get yourself out of somewhere you don't want to be before you can pursue chasing a dream or going somewhere you want to be. Could you please reflect on that in terms of your journey?
I could tell that this question meant a lot to this student of mine. And this was a moment I knew that if I answered this well and I told a story and made the lesson memorable, I can change this young man's life.
The place that I didn't want to be was living in the discomfort of not knowing what I should do with my life. Sitting in the discomfort of my early 20s, of not knowing what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Being presented with security, a path that most take, a script that most will write in their life because it's a default script society has told me to write. Versus blank pages, and you can go and explore and write whatever story you want to write. Sitting in that space was me in Egypt. My heart wanted to immediately go and explore, but reality required me to work in a takeaway store first. When I come back from big gigs, right, I will always drive back to the takeaway store that I worked at, order a meal, sit in the food court and eat it. Because I used to cook that meal. I used to deep fry hot chips and I used to stand in front of an oil all day, my face filled with acne because I did that. I did that for years. I worked at a petrol station at night so I could make more money because they paid more money for the nighttime hours. I suffered in that path so I can create enough of a runway so I can buy blank pages to then go write my story. But I had to go get money to buy the blank pages. I wasn't gifted blank pages. So then I got my blank pages and I started writing. Ran out of money to buy more blank pages before I found my way. Back to making money to buy blank pages.
Wasn't sharing a story like that way more impactful? And I know for a fact because I did that, I didn't just impact that young man, I inspired a lot of people in that room on that day.